Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you're having a great day. So this week on Sunday Roundup, I wanted to touch on a few things that I was looking at that caught my attention last week that I think are going to play out in the future. So the first one is all about Ripple, right? Actually, let me rewind. So obviously I looked at coins this week, and last week, and I said, it's time to DCA. What am I going to get into? Got some Bitcoin, got some Ethereum. Lucky enough that I got Ethereum before it started really popping, so I was happy about that. But I started looking at what's going to play out next week, right? And I started looking at what's the good news around Ethereum. Well, the good news around Ethereum is they've got good news now. They've got good news coming in the near term, midterm, and long term. That's huge, which is why we haven't seen Ethereum at 1,300 in a long time. Okay, but I suspect that we will see it going forward. What else did I notice? Polygon, full of good news. Not just good news again in the here and now, but something that's here and now in the near term, midterm, and long term. And you sit there and you just go, wow. That's two reasons why Ethereum would shoot up. Obviously, Polygon would shoot up, but those are really good reasons. Now, then I started looking at, I started listening to, the kind of noise surrounding Ethereum. I mean, not Ethereum, Coinbase. And, I started listening to noise about KuCoin. And I said, wait a minute, man, I know I've been consolidating, getting, ditching, holding any kind of digital assets on centralized exchanges. But the noise around KuCoin and Coinbase really caught my attention. I mean, people are starting to, KuCoin's been around for a while. Let's start there. But, noise is starting to, get out there. It just seems to get louder and louder. Decibels just start to raise. And it's like, are they going to be around? And I was like, whoa, that's big. And then I started looking at Coinbase. And Coinbase's stock, it's tanked. It has seriously tanked. So then you start to look at, Coinbase just bought $416 million worth of staked Ethereum from, from Celsius. Was that a good move? Don't know. Who knows? We'll see as we go forward. Then, little murmurs, right? Little murmurs. Apparently there was a leaked email that went out to a few content creators that said, hey, we're going to stop our affiliate program for a while. Maybe we'll start it up in 2023 again. Wait a minute. Last I checked, you don't pay affiliates up front. You pay them when they get people to sign up. And you take a portion of that sign up money and you give it to basically it's a sales job, right? You're stopping that? What? That sounds odd to me. Then we got some odd news, and I reported on it, a few days ago. I said, Coinbase, released it. What's his name? Brian Armstrong, CEO, was saying, well, we're a little strained because of growth. But you just laid off a whole bunch of people, and then right after you laid off those whole bunch of people, you had big major transactions. Good job for you. Not really, but but now you're telling your content creators that, hey, we're going to lay off the affiliate program for a while. You can take that one of two ways. We've gotten so big that we don't need you, or there's something wrong, or there's something a little awry. Either way, that's not good, right? That's not good at all. So I looked at that, and I looked at the announcement from Brian Armstrong, and I said, I'm still holding a few $1,000s on Coinbase. Let me get that crap the hell out of there. And while I'm at it, I'm going to get my money out, all my digital assets out of even if I'm staking, getting all of my digital assets off of custodial wallets. Period. Ethereum has gotten so low that I just don't know, right? I mean Coinbase. So you look at Coinbase and you just go, they've been around for a long time. They've weathered a lot of storms. I don't think they've weathered one like this. This is a very different kind of storm. So I don't know. It's my dog Stitch I'm looking at. Sorry. And I'm just not feeling right about the moves that they're making. So I said, I'm going to get off of there. I'm going to cut that out. So Ethereum, Coinbase, just ditching all custodial wallets. Don't get me wrong. I will use them for transactions, right? If the price is right. I'm being more attentive to how much something costs on a given exchange versus, doing it in alternative methods, right? Well, I started looking at that and I just said, get yourself a custodial wallet. You're going to need non-custodial wallet. Get non-custodial wallets. Coinomi is one, that's mobile based. Trust Wallet is another. Coinbase wallet actually is non-custodial. But I can understand if you're feeling kind of funny with that. But there are tons of wallets out there that are non-custodial, where you have control over your digital assets. MetaMask, right? I use MetaMask. I use all of those. And then you have my favorites, which are hardware wallets. I personally, I favor Ledger Nano. I just picked up a couple of Nano X's, which are really cool. But the cool thing about those is it's hardware driven. Nano X you can attach from an app to your Ledger via Bluetooth. As long as it's charged, you're good to go. But that's what I'm doing. But going forward, I'm looking at all centralized exchanges with a deeper kind of look, right? I'm looking harder. Do I want to do a transact? Like how long would I be holding my money there or holding my digital assets there? I'm down to less than a day, meaning that I've already identified which non-custodial wallet the digital asset is, eventually going to land in. I've identified best price, for the next X amount of time where I can purchase it. Sometimes it's not via alternative means. Sometimes it's via, Coinbase. I did a transaction today as a test. This was pretty cool. I did it as a test, and I said, okay, I'm going to buy some Bitcoin because I want to flip it into a purchase. I'll tell you about the purchase in a minute and why. But I wanted to flip it into a purchase. I said, all right, so I'm going to buy Bitcoin, then I'm going to flip it to Coinomi. That's one of my non-custodial wallets that I use. Took a little bit of time. I think just the blockchain is busy on with Bitcoin, but it's still relatively fast. You know what I mean? Like slow compared to other projects. I transferred Algorand and Cardano today, and before I could click make the clicks, make the taps to actually get over to my other wallet, they were already there. That's pretty cool. Fast transaction done. No 30-day wait. No 30 days you can return it. No, transactions were done fast. So I thought that was cool. Bitcoin, took a little bit of time, but not that bad. I think it was a few minutes. Okay, cool. Did that. Flip from Cash App to Coinomi. Made the exchange in Coinomi. Not bad. Not a bad experience. But, and why is that? The coin I was interested in is not available in my region, and I wanted it. Period. Nobody could tell me anything. I want that coin. So that transaction process, as it turned out, I actually made money. Flipping from Bitcoin that had dipped a little bit, I was able to get more Bitcoin for my money, and then use that Bitcoin to go get the digital asset that I wanted. Now, third piece of news that I'm paying attention to. The SEC it just seems like they can't get things right. The judge has said, listen, your case for not allowing the Hinman speech to be allowed is contradictory. And I said this a couple of days ago, contradictory and hypocritical. So no, not going to give you what you want. Wow, that's actually a very big deal. So then I started scratching my head and saying, how long is this going to play out? Just how long is it going to play out? Because yes, this court case is going on. But the technology still exists. Technology is still being used. People are still buying and selling the coin. Well now, if it's within a year, that technology is just getting better, being used, getting penetration, because they're suing Ripple. XRP is now a decentralized, last I checked, is decentralized, project. That's a big deal. So when I look at this, I'm kind of like, wow, that's kind of interesting. Maybe I should get in. So my Cash App was for XRP. I had a little Cash App text. I took a couple of bucks and I said, all right, I want some XRP and I want it now. So I went and I got it. And it's because I think over the long term, its high was in the $3 range or something like that. But even if it just gets to $1, that's still 3x. It's still 3 times your money if you get in now. Give or take. But it's about 3 times. Yeah, I'll get in now. I could have gotten in when it was, 29 cents. I could have gotten in when it was lower. I think I recall there's some coin that I have. It was at 13 cents or something like that. I'm not sure. I have to go look, but it was lower. But I was like, I need to get some more XRP. I don't want to miss out on that. Because if it hits $1, imagine what I'm talking about right here. When that case goes away, U.S. exchanges will be allowed to relist XRP. I think that would just be an explosion of people snatching up XRP, because that is the biggest news out there. So you're talking about the ability for you to go from 30 cents to, let's say, $3. It's 10 times. And that's realistic. That is absolutely realistic. So what would I do? I'd wait for that pop to happen, wait for it to pull back a little bit to show me that, hey, it's pulling back, cash out a little bit, leaving some in there for some fun, but to cash out a little bit and keep it moving, right? Because 10 times your money, how much you want to put in? I think that's real. So I'm looking at things, that's a really long-term thing, because you're looking at something that's probably about a year out, maybe a year and a half before U.S. exchanges would be, that case ends and U.S. exchanges relist. I think it'd be an almost immediate relisting, though. I think that would be an almost immediate relisting. So that's something to pay attention to. But looking at Coinbase, I'm looking at exchanges more. I'm looking at them hard. And the reason why is I don't know that they're going to survive. That's the big deal. I don't know if they're going to survive. Exchanges like FTX, Binance, they'll be around for a while. They've got deep pockets. They've girded themselves for, the current market climate, so that's a big deal. So that's what I'm paying attention to these days. So the next week, I'm looking for more news in that space. And as we get closer to Ethereum going up again, going to the merge, that's going to be big too. Anyway, this is Eddie J on Crypto. If you like what I'm doing, do me a favor. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and absolutely hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping a new video. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.